From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. We still have 3 fires burning within the viewing area, but that's one less than what I talked about yesterday morning, as the Bohosky fire in Yakima County is now 100% contained, so it's extinguished, which means we can go on to talking about other fires. The Williams Mine fire is still burning to the south of Mount Adams. This thing is now almost 20% contained, so we've seen a lot of big-time improvement on that perimeter over the past couple of days. Then for the Retreat fire, we're just on containment watch with this thing, as it's 95% contained, also close to getting to the promised land of 100%, and it's pretty much the same thing with the Battle Mountain complex, which at this point, again, it's really just the Monkey Creek fire, which was almost 180,000 acres, but it is on the cusp of 100% containment as well, officially at 94% contained. So with good news across the map with all of our fires, that means air quality is looking a little bit better. I'll show you what air quality is looking like. Also, I'll show you some shower and thunderstorm chances for today, and that's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the Retreat fire burned through more than 45,000 acres, and the area is still dealing with the damage left behind. We have what the Yakima-Tieton Irrigation District is planning to help solve some of the problems the fire caused.
And a White Swan man has been sentenced to 14 years in prison for a crime he committed back in 2022. We have the details. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Thursday, August 22nd. We're getting closer to the end of August, getting closer to fall.
I just realized that as you said it. Wow.
And I think Josh will be telling us about some cooler weather coming up. I'm excited.
I'm more excited for that. I love crisp weather. That'll be fun. But we're going to start this morning off with your top stories in continuing fire coverage. The Retreat fire has burned through more than 45,000 acres of land near Natchez.
The fire is 95% contained, and U.S. Highway 12 has reopened, but Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us the Yakima-Tieton Irrigation District will be dealing with the aftermath of the fire for a while.
Boulders, trees, and other debris damaging the canal, building up and causing water to overflow in some areas.
Those drainages, they've either burned and they're gone, and the water is now pooling up behind the canal and going under the structure, and we're not sure where it's coming out.
Debris on top of the canal adding weight to the structure in areas where supports on the downhill side have burned away.
We don't know if the canal can handle that kind of load. In addition, we're seeing landslides already.
Also concerning, the loss of a pedestrian footbridge that provided rafters an alternative to going over the diversion dam.
There are some people that don't want to go over the diversion. There was a fatality there last year. It's not the safest thing to traverse.
A U.S. Forest Service team evaluating landslide risk and looking for ways to stabilize the environment.
We've had our engineering team up there for the last couple of days assessing the damage and trying to put a cost to the repairs so that we can kind of quantify what we need right now to recover from this.
Because irrigation district officials say the cost of a catastrophic failure would be devastating. The canal provides water for fire departments in Tieton, Cowiche, and West Valley, plus fire suppression systems for schools, churches, and commercial buildings in the area. The loss of crops alone could cost the local economy $700 million a year. The total economic impact of a long-term canal failure estimated at over $3 billion.
Because it takes time to replant trees and to get those trees back into production. And so that's what we're really trying to prevent. We're trying to prevent a catastrophic failure that could really decimate the economy, both local and state.
To do that, they have a rolling system shutdown in place to minimize the water level in the canal.
Every system is on for 4 days, off for 2. So we're delivering less than 70% currently.
The Irrigation District Board voting to shut down for the season on October 1st, 2 weeks earlier than normal.
Because there's no access roads to the canal, the only way that we can get up in it and work is using the canal. And so once it starts getting full of snow and ice, then we're pretty much shut down. So those 2 weeks could really make a big difference.
The Irrigation District working to get an estimated cost of repairs so they can apply for state and federal grants to help them fix the damage as quickly as possible. In the Yakima-Tieton Irrigation District, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
The irrigation district is also working on a long-term plan to modify or replace the canal, which is 115 years old.
Fire crews were called out to a small vegetation fire in Pasco yesterday evening. It happened just after 6 p.m. in an open field on Road 52 next to Pasco Firehouse 84. The fire was put out in a matter of minutes before it could spread too far.
This is the second fire that's happened in this location in about a week. While our crew was there, fire officials and police returned to the scene to walk the fire and look at the damage, and we'll keep you updated on what more we find out.
A White Swan man has been sentenced to 14 years in prison for brutally stabbing a woman in Wapato back in the fall of 2022.
According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, 23-year-old Taylor Sinclair, an enrolled member of the Yakima Nation, entered the woman's property through an open gate. When she heard dogs barking, she went outside and asked Sinclair, a stranger to her, if he needed help. Authorities say Sinclair pulled out a knife and stabbed her multiple times before she was able to fight him off and run inside, locking herself and her young child in the bathroom to call 911.
Fortunately, she's able to survive that attack, even though he threatened and attempted to kill her. And she was able to stand up in court and to express to the judge the incredible trauma that she had endured.
Sinclair was convicted of assault with intent to commit murder and sentenced to pay over $13,000 in restitution and serve 14 years in federal prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release.
3 people were hurt after a pit bull attack in White Swan.
It happened yesterday morning in the 100 block of Birch Avenue. The Yakima County Sheriff's Office says the case is now in the hands of tribal police. At least 2 people were taken to the hospital to get treatment for their injuries. One of those people suffered serious injuries, and a third person said they would go to the hospital on their own.
At this time, it's not clear if the dog has been caught or if it's still around the area. People are urged to keep an eye out and report if they see the dog.
The Walla Walla Police Department is letting people know why there was a large law enforcement presence in the city on July 24th.
The Regional Drug Gang Task Force, along with the FBI, DEA, and U.S. Marshal Service, executed search warrants in the 600 block of Juniper Street. The search brought with it several arrests.
Law enforcement says they busted a major drug trafficking organization for conspiracy to distribute 50 grams or more of methamphetamine, conspiracy to distribute 40 grams or more of fentanyl, and conspiracy to distribute cocaine. Approximately $30,000 in cash, 4 guns, and 2 pounds of cocaine were seized during the search warrants in Walla Walla.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we told you yesterday that whooping cough cases are rising in Walla Walla. Today we hear more from the Grant County Health Department on what you need to look out for. That's coming up in your health headlines.
Plus, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a moment.
Back by popular demand, it's Steve Hunt Kia's 2 for $222, but only while supplies last during the summer clearance sale. If Steve Hunt Kia can sell 2 new Kias for $222, imagine what you'll save on all-wheel drive SUVs, but only at SteveHuntKia.com.
The biggest savings event of the year is on now at More Furniture. During our Labor Day event, you'll get fall's newest arrivals at unbelievable discounts. We've slashed pricing store-wide on living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms, just in time for fall holiday entertaining. Right now, take a full 60 months to pay with absolutely no interest and no money down. Or for cash purchases, we'll subtract the tax. Visit your local showroom or preview all Labor Day specials online at morefurniture.com.
Hey, Tri-Cities! It's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. Have you made it to a Dust Devils game this year? Don't miss out on what my mom calls the best summertime experience you can have. Thanks, Mom. Friday, August 23rd, we'll have $2 hot dogs, snacks, and soft drinks on Family Feast Night, thanks to Nothing But Cakes. Saturday, the 24th, the sky and the Tri will light up with fireworks, thanks to Teamsters Local 839. Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Something is weird. Look around. All possible Triple Play customers are perfectly represented right now.
Wait, really?
There's the family, the group of adult friends, kids on their school trip,
And the first date couple, and the grandparents with their grandkids.
It's just too perfect. I knew it. They're shooting a commercial.
I thought we were better than that.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
We just thought...
If it's hidden, you might get bitten.
There are those who factor and those who don't. Nothing this good comes this easy.
Except Factor.
Fresh, never frozen meals, ready in 2 minutes.
Backed by popular demand, it's Steve Hun Kia's 2 for $222, but only while supplies last during the summer clearance sale. If Steve Hun Kia can sell 2 new Kias for $222, imagine what you'll save on all-wheel drive SUVs, but only at SteveHunKia.com.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're seeing a little bit of light haze out there for this morning, but it is all pretty light. Not expecting any significant reductions in air quality really for today or for tomorrow, but we'll go ahead and we'll show you the smoke forecast graphic as we step through in time. And you see for today just pretty light stuff on the map, and then into tomorrow it's actually going to be a lot clearer up in the sky, so we're not even going to have much light haze. And again, it's really splitting hairs between both days though, because air quality is not going to be that big of an issue. Okay, current temperatures this morning in the 50s and 60s. So I'm thinking a lot of us probably need a light jacket as you're headed out the front door, especially in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys, as that's where temperatures are more consistently in the 50s. Here's your coatcast for today for the Tri-Cities. Obviously going with a light jacket for this morning, but a little bit later today, t-shirt weather. And then what's this for 6 through 10 o'clock? Well, that is a raincoat, as there are very tiny shower chances within the Tri-Cities for today, specifically into this evening and into the late evening. So for today, we'll have small shower and thunderstorm chances, pretty seasonal. This is just going to be teeing us up for tomorrow, though. Much better chances at showers and thunderstorms, also much cooler as well. So I'll show you precip chances going up and temperatures going down. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In your health headlines this morning, whooping cough cases are rising and new cases have been confirmed in both Walla Walla and Grant counties. Apple Valley News Now's Toby Solvang spoke to the Grant County Health Department about what you need to be aware of.
Whooping cough is on the rise. The Grant County Health Department sent out an alert to providers in February about an increase in cases in neighboring counties. In June, Grant County saw its first case. They have now seen 28 cases of whooping cough, which may not seem like a lot.
It's pretty common to have whooping cough in Washington each year. However, this year, as of right now in Washington state as a whole, there are 578 cases that have been reported, and at this time last year, only 37 cases were reported.
Infants are at the biggest risk if they get whooping cough, but really anyone under the age of 16 have been most of the cases that are hospitalized.
We urge everyone with school starting to get up to date with their vaccines as soon as they can to keep their family and other families safe from whooping cough and other common diseases that are vaccine preventable.
So how do you tell if you have whooping cough or something else?
Whooping cough is often associated with fits of rapid coughs that are followed by a high-pitched whoop sound, which is where it gets the name whooping cough, but the traditional name is pertussis. It is commonly confused for allergies or a cold, so it can be a bit confusing.
Counties will continue to update their cases, and we'll keep updating you with more information as we get it. This is Toby Solvang with Apple Valley News Now.
In Walla Walla County, officials say they received confirmation that an adult has tested positive, and they want the public to be aware that it's now circulating there as well. The third night of the Democratic National Convention was last night, and coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we have a recap on the night and more political news after.
New Apple Valley News Now weekend. with local news, regional news, first alert weather, and much more every Saturday and Sunday, including a complete wrap-up Sunday night at 11. Apple Valley News Now weekend from Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It comes with legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, standard, plus a rugged 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Everything about the Subaru Solterra is advanced, including the technology keeping you and your passengers safe. Love is now electric.
Find your way home in a new Subaru Solterra from McCurley Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
Our new orthopedic regenerative medicine clinic with Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Jeffrey B. Higgs is now offering a variety of treatments, including platelet-rich plasma injections to enhance injury recovery, promote healing, and treat pain associated with early osteoarthritis. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
The biggest savings event of the year is on now at More Furniture. During our Labor Day event, you'll get fall's newest arrivals at unbelievable discounts. We've slashed pricing store-wide on living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms, just in time for fall holiday entertaining. Right now, take a full 60 months to pay with absolutely no interest and no money down. Or for cash purchases, we'll subtract the tax. Visit your local showroom or preview all Labor Day specials online at morefurniture.com.
Next Live, Academy Award winner Ariana DeBose, Cole Sprouse, and Denai Guerrera, plus Fitness 101 with Jess Sims.
Wow, y'all are good.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Meet an artist whose canvas is a farmer's field in the Palouse.
We want it to look natural. We want it to look like it's supposed to be there and not just a fake.
Fly the Northwest over Cougar art.
Carving on the ground, the ancient people have done it forever.
Apple Valley News Now at 6, Tuesday.
They both want to be your next president. Now Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, face to face. The ABC News presidential debate, moderated by David Muir and Lindsay Davis. Tuesday, September 10th, live on ABC and streaming on Hulu and Disney+.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. See all those people talking about pumpkin spice are not appreciating the American summertime beauty in front of us right now. Look at this, sunshine over a baseball diamond. Doesn't get much better than that. We do have some clouds up in the sky. In fact, a lot of clouds up in the skies, but some sunshine is filtering through. We'll go ahead and show you what happens for the rest of today with Futurecast. Not much on this iteration of Futurecast, but just know that all regions within our area have about a 10 to 20% chance of some showers and thunderstorms. And if you really want to split hairs, it's probably going to be Yakima and Kittitas counties that are going to be the most favorable locations for that. But into tomorrow, chances definitely go up. We'll show you that with Futurecast as well. So we're stopping this right around lunchtime. You can see some of the green starting to trickle up from the bottom part of the map. And that's eventually going to turn into yellows and reds and what could end up being a complex of thunderstorms that could roll through the viewing area. This is maybe going to impact the Benton-Franklin County Fair, something to keep in mind if you do have fair plans. But there's definitely going to be a lot more widespread coverage tomorrow as opposed to today. And then we'll have more showers in a Saturday, although the chances for thunder are going to go down. So for today, little shower chances, but most of us stay dry. We're going to be pretty seasonal today, as most of us will be in the 80s, and winds will be pretty light. There's going to be some light haze up in the sky. And then for tonight, winds will actually start to pick up, specifically for the lower Columbia Basin, the Kittitas Valley, and the Yakima Valley, gusting upwards of maybe 20 miles per hour. And of course, the weather turns a lot more active as we head into Friday and Saturday. But then beyond that, turning drier, also turning warmer. But that's going to be after we seriously cool off for Friday and Saturday, down into the mid-70s in the Tri-Cities. It's going to feel very fall-like out there. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A small shower chance for today, and then an active and much cooler stretch for Friday and Saturday, and then warming up and drying out again after that. For Yakima, a thunderstorm chance today that's really, honestly, it's dwarfed by the chance on Friday, and then wet weather does linger for Saturday, but that's it. And then for Hermiston, a stray shower is possible for today, but we have much more organized shower and thunderstorm activity possible for tomorrow. And then for Walla Walla, active weather through Saturday, likely peaking on Friday, and then we turn warmer and drier by next week.
Thank you, Josh. Well, the third night of the Democratic National Convention was filled with big performances and passionate speeches. It all led up to vice presidential nominee Governor Tim Walz delivering the keynote address and introducing himself to voters on the biggest stage of his political career. Julia Benbrook has the latest.
Please welcome. On day 3 of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, key players took the stage.
We need Kamala Harris, the president of joy.
We must continue to stand up, not as Democrats or Republicans, but as Americans.
Are you ready to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz?
And it was game day for Tim Walz, Vice President Kamala Harris's running mate.
We're driving down the field. And boy, do we have the right team.
Walz introduced himself to Americans and detailed his time as governor, during which Democrats in Minnesota increased protections for transgender rights, legalized marijuana, installed new gun safety laws, and codified abortion rights. He's a military veteran, former congressman, high school teacher, and football coach.
It was those players and my students who inspired me to run for Congress. They saw in me what I had hoped to instill in them, a commitment to the common good.
Walz is already going on offense, taking on former President Donald Trump and his running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance.
And it's an agenda that does nothing for our neighbors in need. Is it weird? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's also wrong, and it's dangerous.
Reporting in Chicago, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Vice President Harris will address the crowd tonight, and that will wrap up the DNC. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Apple Valley News Now, we'll be sitting down with actor Tim Allen. We'll tell you when you can catch that interview after the break. And as we go to break, on this day in music history back in 1987, Madonna went #1 on the U.S. singles chart with Who's That Girl? You're listening to that now, and here's a fun fact. Madonna recently turned 66 years old. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
Ready to bring your dream bathroom to life? At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Walla Walla or Tri-Cities Floor & Home.
Join us during the special buy event at your local Moore Furniture showroom. Right now, direct from the factory, you can get this eye-catching indigo fabric sofa with 2 coordinating designer pillows for only $3.95. Need more seating for the family but have limited space? Get this contemporary sectional including chaise and coordinating designer pillows with seating for 6 for only $7.95. Only while supplies last, and only at Moore Furniture for Less, where everyone buys more for less.
Hey, Tri-Cities! It's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. Have you made it to a Dust Devils game this year? Don't miss out on what my mom calls the best summertime experience you can have. Thanks, Mom. Friday, August 23rd, we'll have $2 hot dogs, snacks, and soft drinks on Family Feast Night, thanks to Nothing But Cakes. Saturday, the 24th, the sky and the tribe will light up with fireworks, thanks to Teamsters Local 839. Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Mattress Depot USA always offers premium mattresses at the best prices every day.
But we are also sleep specialists.
Check out Mattress University on our website, MattressDepotUSA.com. It's filled with information.
Like Beds 101, Mattress Anatomy 201, and Sleep Health 301.
And yes, there is a sleep quiz that will help you choose the mattress best for you.
Study it today, sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Ready to bring your dream bathroom to life? At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Walla Walla or Tri-Cities Floor & Home.
No matter what roads lead you home, McCurley Mazda is about to make your journey even better. Whether it's cruising riverside highways, winding vineyard trails, or anywhere else your travels take you, now is the perfect time to upgrade your way home. Visit McCurley and the Pasco Autoplex today for this special offer.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Mazda with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In entertainment news, U2 is bringing the best of its recent concerts to the big screen.
The legendary band is releasing VU2, an immersive concert film at Sphere Las Vegas. It's opening September 5th. And this will be the first movie shot with Big Sky, a high-resolution camera system developed by Sphere Entertainment.
Officials say it helps recreate the experience of being at one of those U2 shows in Sin City. The system includes a 160,000 square foot display and has seats that can vibrate.
Ooh. Tickets will be available Thursday for U2.com subscribers. General sale begins on August 23rd.
Do you guys remember when iTunes made us all have those U2 songs on our phones?
I had forgotten, but yeah.
I think mine are still on there.
They're still
there.
On mine,
the first ones that pop up when you put your phone onto your car or connect it.
That's why I use Spotify, not Apple Music.
Well, special news now coming up tomorrow on Apple Valley News Now. One of our evening talents will be sitting down with actor and comedian Tim Allen.
Tim Allen will be performing this September on the 13th at the Toyota Center in Kennewick. ABC has given a series order to Shifting Gears, which is a comedy starring Tim Allen.
We will have a sneak peek of what viewers can expect to see in his new upcoming projects, and that's going to be tomorrow.
Mr. Santa Claus himself.
Yeah.
Can y'all do the noise?
What noise?
You know.
Oh,
no, I can't. That was great, though.
Oh, that was really good.
Good thing I'm not interviewing him because the first question.
That's the first thing
you should be.
Please.
All right, we're switching it up. You're doing the interview. Well, up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30. Now that Washington primary election results are official, the people have spoken, and the city of West Richland is listening. The city making a big decision on whether or not to allow retail cannabis sales.
Also, we have an update on the Catholic healthcare workers strike. Today marks day 3. We have the details and developments in the next half hour.
At Mattress Depot USA, we realize your top priority is to get a quality mattress at a great price.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, it's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. You check the expiration dates.
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, Tri-Cities! It's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. Have you made it to a Dust Devils game this year? Don't miss out on what my mom calls the best summertime experience you can have. Thanks, Mom. Friday, August 23rd, we'll have $2 hot dogs, snacks, and soft drinks on Family Feast Night, thanks to Nothing Bundt Cakes. Saturday, the 24th, the sky and the Tri will light up with fireworks, thanks to Teamsters Local 839. Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
The biggest savings event of the year is on now at More Furniture. During our Labor Day event, you'll get fall's newest arrivals at unbelievable discounts. We've slashed pricing store-wide on living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms, just in time for fall holiday entertaining. Right now, take a full 60 months to pay with absolutely no interest and no money down. Or for cash purchases, we'll subtract the tax. Visit your local showroom or preview all Labor Day specials online at morefurniture.com.
Board-certified family medicine provider Dr. Michael Adling is now caring for patients of all ages at Prosser Memorial Health's Benton City Clinic. His services include annual physicals and preventative care, well child exams, the treatment of cold and flu, acute illnesses, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Adling, call the Benton City Clinic at 509-588-4075. Or to learn more about his services, visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Whitman Hill Winery is proud to support Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
It started with 64 restaurants, and after more than 5,000 votes, we're down to the final 2. Choose your favorite, and then enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. Thanks to our sponsors.
Les Schwab Tires reminds you time is running out in Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
It started with 64 restaurants, and after more than 5,000 votes, we're down to the final 2. Choose your favorite and then enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. Thanks to our sponsors.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course! It's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary sale.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Every locally broadcast game, the Seattle Kraken, all season long on Apple Valley News Now. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Josh, you've gotten us excited for a little bit of a cool down coming up, and I know it's got us thinking about fall weather.
Yes.
Spooky season, Halloween.
Yes. We can enjoy a couple days that feel like fall. Doesn't necessarily mean it is fall.
I know.
We're
still plenty of time left.
As soon as possible.
You'll have one tomorrow morning.
Everyone hold your horses. All right. But yes, we do have some pretty fall-like weather into the next couple of days. But for today, it's going to be seasonal, and we will have a little chances of showers and storms. Already lots of clouds up in the sky for this morning. Temperatures are in the 50s and 60s, so I'm thinking a lot of us will probably need some sort of a light jacket this morning, especially in the Yakima Valley, also up in the Kittitas Valley. Again, a little bit later today, seasonal, we should be in the 80s. Each location is going to have about a 10 to 20% chance of some showers or thunderstorms throughout the day. But the bottom line for the forecast is that chances go way up for tomorrow, less so into Saturday. And as the rain and thunderstorm chances go up, temperatures will go down, feeling very fall-like for both Friday and Saturday. But with so much lightning in the forecast, especially for tomorrow, I'll show you what vegetation dryness is looking like, and I'll touch on that fire start potential, and all that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. We're continuing to cover the CADLEC strike that's happening this week.
Today is day 3 of the CADLEC workers' 7-day strike. The strike comes after a failed negotiation between the workers and the hospital.
Yesterday, Apple Valley News Now spoke to one of the striking workers who says when it comes to keeping the momentum up for the duration of the strike, they remember why they are striking in the first place.
Same thing we were doing every day, keeping them, motivated and reminding them while we're here, why we are out here. We remind them what the executives are making out there. We remind them that they removed us early, the people that were working. And it upsets everybody. They're mad. We all are. We want a fair contract. That's what we're doing.
CADLEC workers on strike also say that their cars have been at risk of being towed or receiving a parking ticket, but they say it's not going to stop them from striking.
The city of West Richland has officially voted to not allow recreational pot shops within city limits.
All in favor of denying approval of ordinance 2623, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Thank you, council. Appreciate that.
The city put an advisory vote on the ballot during the primary on August 6th after much controversy over the Planning Commission's recommendation that more people were in favor of allowing the pot shops. After several meetings and a public comment period, it was recommended the advisory vote be done and allow all citizens the opportunity to vote.
More than 55% of voters voted no to pot shops, and the City Council agreed. Some citizens who spoke up at the City Council meeting Tuesday say they're worried about the future.
I would like to hear council discussion at the appropriate time to know what we can do to make sure this issue doesn't pop back up again in a year or in 2 years or in 6 months. So how do we protect our city and our council members and our community from having to go through this process again anytime in the future? Thank you.
One of those who spoke up says he's disappointed the city of West Richland did not track how much it cost for the advisory vote, planning meetings, and work it took to get a response from the community. And we'll have more on that on a later date.
The Office of the Secretary of State has directed all Washington state counties to conduct a manual recount for the Office of Commissioner of Public Lands.
Each county, including Benton County, will conduct the recount individually. The Benton County Elections Division will convene beginning this Saturday, August 24th.
It's expected to take 4 days to complete the recount. All counties will certify their recount results on September 3rd, with the Secretary of State's office certifying statewide results on September 4th.
Around the world, more on Gaza's ceasefire talks. They're set to resume in Egypt this weekend. The U.S. is still trying to push for a deal. The White House says President Joe Biden called Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday. Meanwhile, a school in central Gaza is damaged after an Israeli airstrike yesterday.
Israel says Hamas was using the facility but hasn't given evidence to show that. Gaza's civil defense says the blast killed at least 2 people and injured 10 children. In southern Gaza, thousands are evacuating on Israeli orders. Pro-Palestine demonstrators in Chicago are protesting this week near the Democratic National Convention. Their potentially largest demonstration is set for this evening.
In some community event news now, after almost 6,000 votes, Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown is down to the last 2. Those are the Prosser House in Prosser and the Maple Counter Cafe in Walla Walla.
To vote for your favorite, scan the QR code on your screen now or click on contests at applevalleynewsnow.com and select Restaurant Showdown. After voting, be sure to enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. Voting ends at 8 p.m. Sunday, so be sure to get your vote in before then.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Google has agreed to a first-in-the-nation deal to fund newsrooms in the state of California, and not all are happy with it.
We've got the story when we come back, but first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your weather forecast. Stay with us.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
Dishwasher on the fritz? Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
Drive into summer with a new Honda Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, or the all-new Civic Hybrid. Take a vacation, staycation, or just a weekend drive with the windows down. Whatever you do, make it epic with Honda. The 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Overall EV and Hybrid Brand. So act now. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet. Repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is 0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
The biggest savings event of the year is on now at More Furniture. During our Labor Day event, you'll get fall's newest arrivals at unbelievable discounts. We've slashed pricing store-wide on living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms, just in time for fall holiday entertaining. Right now, take a full 60 months to pay with absolutely no interest and no money down. Or for cash purchases, we'll subtract the tax. Visit your local showroom or preview all Labor Day specials online at morefurniture.com.
Next live, Academy Award winner Ariana DeBose, Cole Sprouse, and Denai Guerrera, plus Fitness 101 with Jess Sims. Wow, y'all are good.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest the most watched local morning news program in our area. What's new, what's now, and what's next, plus first alert weather every 10 minutes. Wake up with Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Don't give a rat's behind, that's below.
A new era begins.
And I'm just getting started.
Judy Justice.
See the premiere of Judy Justice, Monday, September 9th at 3, followed by news and Monday Night Football. Only on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now, temperatures are in the 40s and 50s in the Kittitas Valley and in Kittitas County altogether. And then in the Yakima Valley, temperatures are also in the 50s. It's mainly just in the mid-50s right now. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, a mixture of 50s and 60s. We're in the low 60s right now in Boardman, 61 degrees there technically. And then for the foothills of the Blues, also 50s and 60s. We have a low to mid 60s for places like Milton, Freewater, and Walla Walla, but we're in the 40s for places like Meacham and Ukiah. And those places are, of course, up in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. A little bit later today, we're going to be seasonal, most of us in the 80s, and there will be about a 10 to 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms today, with the best chances of thunder being in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. But for tomorrow, those chances go up, not necessarily tenfold, but they go up a lot, that's for sure. Chances spanning anywhere between 40 to 60%, a much better chance at lightning. And with that chance of lightning in the forecast, let's show you what tomorrow's vegetation dryness looks like. And remember, the 100th percentile would be the driest vegetation on record. So we're going to be into the 52nd percentile for Kittitas and Yakima counties, up into the 61st percentile for the lower Columbia Basin, up into the 69th percentile in the Blue Mountains. This is probably where we'll have the best chance of fire starts if they do happen tomorrow. And you know, we have some more rainfall in the forecast for Saturday, but after that, turning dry and turning pretty warm again. I'll tell you just how warm coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In your business headlines, Google has agreed to a first-in-the-nation deal with California lawmakers to fund newsrooms in the state, and not all are happy with it.
The agreement ends proposed legislation that would have forced technology giants to pay news organizations for distributing their content. Under the plan, Google and the state will pay $250 million over 5 years, and the majority of that money will fund newsrooms. News publishers have cut thousands of jobs as audiences have rapidly shifted away from traditional publications.
The deal also includes funding for artificial intelligence, which journalists have warned poses a threat to their jobs. However, unions representing reporters blasted the agreement, calling it disastrous, and say they condemn the news executives who agreed to it.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your full weather forecast. Keep it here. We will be right back.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
Lad Days are here. Our annual fall sales event is the best time to get discounts on Lad irrigation services and products. You'll find great deals on parts, pivots, projects, repairs, and more. From August 26th through 30th, stop by any Lad irrigation location to take advantage of these once-in-a-year prices. Prizes, too, and taco trucks on site at select Lad locations. This is simply our way of saying thank you to our customers. Learn more at ladirrigation.com.
GOAT is in town. The Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days is bringing back the PRCA Rodeo. You will see some of the best cowboys and cowgirls in the business. Don't miss a night of action starting on August 30th. Pick up your tickets today. The GOAT is happening for 5 full days at the Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days, August 28th to September 1st at the fairgrounds in Walla Walla.
Don't fight the traffic and parking hassles. Ride BFT to the fair for free. August 20th to the 24th, courtesy of Benton Franklin Fair. No wristbands, no tickets, just hop on the bus. It's a free ride to the fair. Save time and buy fair entry tickets online before you board. Enjoy park and ride locations throughout the Tri-Cities. Extended services till 11:30 p.m. Dial-A-Ride services also free. Ride stress-free and make your fair experience unforgettable. Learn more at bft.org.
We know what you want in a chainsaw. Husqvarna chainsaws deliver the performance, comfort, and precision cutting you need to get the job done quickly and safely. Gas or battery powered, it's what precision cutting is all about. And for every job in any environment, your Husqvarna dealer has a professional series chainsaw that works as hard as you do, setting the standard in outdoor power equipment trusted by professionals around the world. And to make things better, we're introducing our extended limited consumer warranty. Find the Husqvarna chainsaw that's right for you at Liberty Lawn and Saw in West Richland.
Stacy Lee, KEPKView First Alert Weather. Watch weeknights. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart, and it is a gray start out there this morning as skies are mostly overcast. We'll put the rest of today into motion with Futurecast, and you'll notice not really a whole lot popping off on Futurecast. There is about a 10 to 20% chance of showers and storms for today. That is more, that's showing up when you take a look at an aggregation of a bunch of models, but this specific iteration of Futurecast not really picking up on that. But then into tomorrow, Futurecast is definitely more on board with shower and thunderstorm chances. So we're going to stop this around lunchtime. You can see some green starting to approach from the south, some showers, and then that definitely intensifies as we head into the late afternoon to early evening. We're expecting maybe a complex of thunderstorms to roll through here, and that could maybe impact some of your fair plans if you're going to go out to the Benton-Franklin County Fair. And then into Saturday, we'll have more chances of showers, but there's not going to be as much atmospheric instability, so we're not going to have as good of a chance at seeing lightning on Saturday. But for today, again, small shower and thunderstorm chances. Other than that, skies are going to range from partly cloudy to mostly cloudy. There's going to be some light haze up in the sky, and highs today will be seasonal, with most of us ending up in the 80s. And then for tonight, temperatures drop down into the 50s. Winds will start to pick up as they could gust upwards of 20 miles per hour for the lower Columbia Basin and for the Yakima Valley and for the Kittitas Valley. And so, of course, like you saw on Futurecast, shower and thunderstorm chances going way up for Friday, less so for Saturday, and then beyond that, turning drier, also turning warmer. As well, for Friday and Saturday, we're going to cool things way down in the Tri-Cities, down into the mid-70s, but back into the low to mid-80s for the most part for Sunday and beyond. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small shower chance today, and then active and much cooler for Friday and Saturday, and then warming up and drying out again after that. For Yakima, a thunderstorm chance today that's really going to pale in comparison to the chance for Friday, and then wet weather lingers for Saturday, but that's about it. And then for Hermiston, we'll have a stray shower possible for today, much more organized shower and thunderstorm activity possible for tomorrow. And then for Walla Walla, active weather through Saturday, likely peaking on Friday, and we turn warmer and drier into next week. And now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the woman at the center of a new docuseries, Chimp Crazy, speaking out. The series takes you inside the world of private exotic animal ownership. Viewers following Tanya Haddix as she fights to keep her chimps in a legal battle with PETA after a judge ordered she turn all her chimps over to a rescue group. PETA saying Tanya was never qualified to run a center for chimpanzees.
She does not have any formal training. She's simply someone who likes chimpanzees.
And this morning, Tanya Haddix is telling her side of the story to GMA.
It's all been crazy and tough. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on Chimp Crazy and why it's causing such a strong viewer reaction. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:50. It's time for your morning sprint, and we're going to start off in your national headlines. Day 3 of the Democratic National Convention wrapped up last night. Vice presidential nominee Governor Tim Walz delivered the keynote address and introduced himself to voters.
Now, tonight is the last night of the DNC in Chicago, where Vice President and presidential nominee Kamala Harris is expected to address the crowd. The Supreme Court's emergency caseload has surged. The emergency docket is where the justices deal with questions that need resolution faster than the months it can take on the regular docket. It has cases with decisions looming on student loans, elections, abortion, and climate. The High Court is set to tackle challenges to President Biden's latest efforts to reduce student debt and cut planet warming pollution by limiting power plant emissions. The court must also decide if Arizona may require thousands of people to prove their U.S. citizenship before voting this year. There's also a fight over Biden's requirement that family planning clinics that get federal public health funding give referrals for abortions for patients who request it. In your business headlines this morning, more than 720,000 BMWs have been recalled for a mechanical issue. The automaker says the electric connectors on the vehicle water pumps are not properly sealed, and that could lead the connectors to get wet and short circuit. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says an electrical short could result in a fire. The recall is in effect for various vehicles from 2012 through 2018, including the BMW X1, X3, and X4. The automaker says its dealers will repair the issue for free. U.S. job growth during much of the past year was a lot weaker than previously believed. New data shows 818,000 fewer jobs were added in the year leading up to March than initially reported. It's the largest downward revision since 2009 and shows the labor market wasn't quite as red hot as it initially appeared. However, job growth was still strong. The estimates released by the Labor Department on Wednesday are preliminary and won't be finalized until February 2025. In your sports news, the Mariners were on the wrong end of a sweep to the LA Dodgers. Logan Gilbert on the mound for Seattle. He ran into some early trouble. And the Mariners were playing catch-up for most of the night, but couldn't quite get there. The Dodgers win 8-4 is the final score. The M's have a day off today before opening up a weekend series against the San Francisco Giants at home. Former Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll is returning to USC, not as the coach, but as a professor. Carroll will teach a class at the university this spring. There are no details on what that class is. Carroll coached at USC for 8 years before becoming the head coach of the Seahawks. He won a pair of national titles with the Trojans. Now we go to your top 5 local stories you need to know this morning. The Yakima Irrigation District is struggling with the aftermath of the Retreat fire near Natchez. Boulders have damaged the sides and bottom of its canal in some areas, and debris is plugging drains, leaving crews concerned about where the extra water is going. The fire has destabilized nearby areas, causing landslides. The district is doing rolling shutdowns, 4 days on and 2 days off, to keep the water levels lower and prevent further damage. A White Swan man has been sentenced to 14 years in prison for brutally stabbing a woman in Wapato back in fall of 2022. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, 23-year-old Taylor Sinclair entered the woman's property through an open gate. When she asked him if he needed help, Sinclair stabbed the woman multiple times before she was able to fight him off and run inside. Sinclair was convicted of assault with intent to commit murder. The city of West Richland has officially voted to not allow recreational pot shops within city limits. The city put an advisory vote on the ballot during the primary on August 6th. More than 55% of voters voted no to pot shops, and the city council agreed. The Office of the Secretary of State has directed all Washington state counties to conduct a manual recount on the votes for the Commissioner of Public Lands race. Each county will conduct the recount individually. The Bend County Elections Division will convene this Saturday, and the recount is expected to take 4 days to complete.
All counties will certify their recount results on September 3rd, with the Secretary of State's office certifying final results on September 4th.
The Richland Police Department is helping students prepare for the upcoming school year with a SIPs and Supplies event. The Police Foundation and Target have donated over $1,000 worth of school supplies, and it will be given out between 2 and 4 p.m. today at the Target on Queensgate Drive in Richland. There will also be complimentary coffee from the Starbucks. Trending now, someone might have a chance to become half a billionaire in time for the weekend.
We all still have a chance, guys. So the jackpot for Friday night's Mega Millions drawing is estimated at $527 million with an M, and that's because it's been a dry summer for the lottery. Nobody's won the big prize since June 4th.
In fact, only 2 people have won it this year. By this time last year, the jackpot had been hit 8 times.
The odds don't change, though. You still have less than a 1 in 300 million chance of winning.
And you guys told me that you would take me on a bunch of vacations if you guys won, right?
I'd take you on a few.
I didn't necessarily say that.
I'll stick to that, but I haven't played either in a while,
so special.
We'll see.
Just kidding. Well, we've been talking about this for a while now, but pumpkin spice season officially kicks off today, at least at Starbucks.
Yeah, well, the pumpkin spice latte returns to Starbucks stores today, much earlier than ever before, and some might say too early. It is still summer after all.
It is, and we have a month to go technically until the fall equinox, but since its launch, the pumpkin spice latte has been both beloved and mocked as it's ushered in an era of pumpkin spice products. The chain says roughly 10% of its overall sales come from seasonal staples.
Starbucks celebrated the drink's 20th anniversary last year.
All right, so are we all getting pumpkin spice lattes tomorrow morning?
Absolutely, yes. I'm bringing one for you.
Yes, we're getting you one. You don't drink coffee, do you?
I know, so I'm kind of like 0 for 2 in that regard.
Okay,
yeah.
decaf.
So, will you be down for the pumpkin spice if the weather starts getting more cool and crisp like fall?
I don't want to hate. Listen, late September, October, glug away at all the pumpkin spice, right? But, you know, we still have a little bit more summer to go. Okay, right now, temperatures in the 50s and 60s. It's feeling pretty nice out there. A little bit later today, it will be seasonal. It will feel like late August, as we'll have temperatures in the 80s, and we'll all have about a 10 to 20% chance of some showers or thunderstorms for today. The best chance of lightning is going to be in Yakima and Kittitas counties, but watch this for tomorrow. Chances go way up, spanning between 40 to 60%, so we'll definitely watch for that fire start potential, especially in the Blue Mountains. But past that, will be much drier, and look at this. Here's a little bit of those fall vibes for you. Okay, mid-70s for Friday and Saturday, but back to more seasonal stuff after that.
It's looking a little October-ish.
October?
October.
That gets 2 thumbs up. Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website.
Apple Valley News now. Good Morning America will be back next, and we'll be right back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.